it
How
for the
do you
two coaches.
prepare such an important match?
Yeah, we've had a good talk about what we are planning to do today. We're going to decide to stick to our processes and just follow the game plan. That's probably the most important thing.
And what do you expect?
We're expecting a strong performance. We know South Africa is a good, strong physical team. So we just want to play some good, fast hockey and then get a few outcomes today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Today is a very important match, so how do you approach it?
Well, we were fortunate we were able to see Japan play against Australia, so that gave us some insight. Japan hasn't played many games. They played, I think, some games at home, and they played against Ireland. So that was good for us to have a look and see how they're playing compared to what they played in Tokyo, which is now under a new coach, so there have been some changes.
And how are you going to ensure your side will get the result you need?
Well, we want to firstly, I think, do better than we did in the first game. So I think that's really our focus. And, we gave away too many corners. We didn't make enough connections. We want to bring a little bit more pressure, and we want to bring some tension in the game. So if we can do those, I think that it's going to help us a lot to go in the direction that we want for this particular game.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sora. Thank you.
Yeah, thoughts there from both coaches. And here come the two umpires, Catalina Montesino of Chile on the right and Quickie Tan of Singapore on the left. And Catalina Montesino, the first umpire from Chile to officiate at a World Cup. What a day it's been for Chile with their first ever World Cup win, defeating the 2018 finalists Ireland 1-0 earlier on today. But here come the two sides for this one. Both finished fourth in their respective pools 4 years ago in London. Well, that's not going to happen this time round. At least one will make it to the crossovers in this edition. The question is, which one? Such an important match. Who will deliver under that pressure? So teams are out.
A continuació, sisplau, posin-se dempeus per escoltar l'himne nacional del Japó. Please stand up for the Japanese national anthem.
Live like rainbow.
I a continuació l'himne nacional de Sud-àfrica. And now the South African national anthem.
some real passion in those national anthems. Michel Meister is up in the video umpire box.
So
Japan win the toss, they're going to take the ball. South Africa will stay at that right-hand end. And Bernadette Costin, who played in London, can you believe, back in 2012, leads her side down the Japan line. Oh, these two just don't know how each other play. It's going to be so fascinating to see what tactics are employed by the coaches to try and get their team over the line in this one. Must get a point at the very least, both these sides. Okay, let's take you through some of the team news. In Japan, well, same 18, and they played well in game one against Australia, undone by those late goals from Williams that forced them to pull the keeper as they search for the equaliser. They'll look to be more assertive going forward. Can they win the penalty corners to give Oikawa the chance to score from the top of the circle? As for South Africa, they're forced to make a change after the Belgian game. Bianca Wood got a ball to the head, and she's been replaced by number 34, Matapelo Ramasimon. Despite losing 4-1 to Belgium in their first game, South Africa put in a decent performance, and Bande in goal was absolutely excellent. South Africa will look to be more creative this afternoon. Africa. Charles Bonnet at their helm, reappointed women's head coach in March this year, having previously coached them from 2010 to 2014. Jude Menezes, former Indian goalkeeper, is in charge of Japan. So Japan, in their all-pink outfit, get this game underway, attacking the goal away to our right-hand side. South Africa in their green and gold outfits. And delighted to say, joining myself, Charlie Broom, in the commentary box for this one is Eki Lemmink. And Eki, this is going to be a really nervy encounter, do you think?
For sure. This is a super important match. So this is going to be, one of the first super... special ones, I think, for today. And we'll see.
Well, here's a chance now for South Africa to get some early rows. Costin into the circle. Costin driving. That's a good tackle. Very calm defensively from Japan. And it was Oikawa. There's Jude Menezes, former Indian goalkeeper. Played at the 2000 Olympic Games in Sydney. What do you think both sides need to employ? How do you see them winning this game?
Well, I think for sure they have to keep the space small. I think they have to make a lot of transfers to open the space. And I think they have to be sharp in the circle.
Ball into the circle. Cut out. South Africa starting positively.
Putting some high pressure here. Well, it can be higher.
Sorry, so I was asking you, how do you see Japan winning this game?
Yeah, I think what they have to do, they have to find a way of getting enough pressure on South Africa. And I think they're quickly on their feet, right? So, for example, like this, how they're now in the attack, I think finding the 2v1s.
Suzuki's ball in, got behind by Dietlefs. Aside, that's a lovely looking ball. Japan in round the back, across it comes, to the far post, they've scored! Their first goal of the tournament, and it's Japan who break the deadlock inside the first quarter, 2.5 minutes gone. And the cherry blossoms are in front. And it's the captain, Nagayuri, who has turned it in at the far post.
Look at the great pass on the back line, and he perfectly played in front of the goal, and there luckily someone on the second post. The captain Nagai.
It all came about by that ball into the circle. It was a wonderful ball, wasn't it?
An amazing pass.
So South Africa had a game plan, they had their processes, and now they just need to reevaluate. Although we said this the other day, they've still got the whole game to get themselves back into this, so there's no need to panic at all just yet.
But that's the trick, to now stay calm, stick to the plan, and you have enough time to get into this match and to score another goal.
Patton. Long corner. Back it comes to Dietlefs. There is Low. Going ahead up. Corner by Patton. Still in play. Back to Patton. And Patton with a chance to run. Patton to the head of the circle. Into the circle. Ooh. Put behind.
Here we see a nice pass. And she's looking for someone there, but there's no one. Even though those bouncy passes are always difficult for a defender.
Touch. Yeah, there's Charles Bonnet, a really seasoned and experienced coach. The South African Hockey Federation said on his appointment that too low in the world standings or rankings, and he felt that he was the man to take them forward. Done it before.
This is well played. If they now open it to the other side, they create some more space for themselves. So there we go, to the right side.
Yeah, Japan's last win, in fact, against South Africa came at London 2012. They won 2-1. Hulu just has a word with the umpire. This is one of those games where even if you feel that the decision has gone against you and you feel hard done by, you've got to put that behind you and just get back and defend. He hits Japan, on the edge of the South African circle.
Quickly taken here.
Here is the free hit again. And a little touch. Oh, she was unmarked, still there. Came off the foot. Saying it was hand. Nagai Hazuki, whose bags still haven't turned up, so she's still wearing shirt number 28 instead of shirt number 10. 50 of the 51 bags have arrived. So, talking to Jimenez on the bus the other night, the goalkeeper's kit hadn't turned up the morning of the first game.
Wow.
And they'd gone out and they'd bought some kit. She plays with Griffin kit. They don't sell Griffin in Spain, so she had to buy another brand, and she was really unhappy with it.
So for a goalie, I think that's nice for everyone to know. Your protection and your leverage and everything, you have to be used to it. You have to train with it a lot. and then at a certain point it feels nice.
Bayakawa under the reverse stick gets the shot away. It's a back stick shot.
So I can imagine that it's horrible that you lost your kid.
Yeah, they lost 4 training days because of it. And then in the end, Jimenez said, right, enough's enough, and went out and bought a whole load of sticks.
I mean, for now, this is a great pass.
Yeah, lovely ball from Johnson across the place of goal. The first touch just isn't good enough. Oh, what a disappointment. Because that was a really good opportunity for South Africa. They carved Japan open. And Deval, I think it was, who couldn't bring the ball under control.
They're making well use, Japan, of the pivot player. So the player in the middle who's receiving the ball and then transferring to the other side.
South Africa with the full court press.
So Charlie, what you said about the back and about, you know, like losing some training days, I think this is also something, as a former player, what I really experienced. Nothing will go according to the plan, right? And I think that's also the strength of a team, how you deal with those things.
Japan in again across the country with the second goal. Japan have the second, and it's really well taken. Beautifully worked goal down the right-hand side, and it's gone for number 21, Toriyama.
So what you see, it's very well played because she is running over the back line, and the girl is stepping behind her player actually to be free there, and to just one touch put it into the goal. This is perfect. This is the example of how you do this, how you play this. It's a beautiful goal. 2-0.
So Japan 2, South Africa 0, and we are just 8.5 minutes in to this first quarter. Well, now the next goal is absolutely crucial. South Africa, if there are to be any more goals, South Africa have got to get the next one.
Definitely.
Otherwise, that is a very big mountain to climb.
Yeah.
Japan will be only too well aware how quickly goals can be scored. They conceded 2 in the last 3 minutes of their 4 minutes in the game against Australia. So they'll take nothing for granted. They'll definitely want a third. And to be fair, South Africa have had their chances in this game. They just haven't quite had the quality of the final touch or ball. Ball still on the pitch, so it'll be retaken. Patton, little touch coming from Boston. Nicely dropped out by Matsumoto. It hasn't taken Japan long to find their stride in this one.
Well played. Beautiful bouncy pass.
Luki Mayu then plays it in field and picks up the return pass to the foot of Bobs.
You see how hard it is to defend those give and go passes, that you give it to your player and you run over the ball, you get it back.
Skipper's ball. They on. Tan. We both felt, didn't we, that the game against Charles Bonnet.
Darren, normal centre forward on defence.
I'm going to say we both thought the Japan-Australia game was quite frantic. There's a lot of frantic shouting on the sideline, and then sort of transferred onto the pitch. Are you getting the same sense today, or a little less frantic?
No, a little less, I feel like, well, of course, this is also a different match, right? It's an important match. Every match, of course, in the World Cup is important, but there's much on the table right now.
Ball forward, come off. Should have been taken under control, but it wasn't. And Pierce now picking themselves up. It's Tanaka Kaho who's picking himself up, and Zulu can't bring it under control. Important summer of hockey, isn't it, for South Africa? They've got Commonwealth Games coming up in Birmingham, England, sorry, end of July, end of August. Nicely worked. Very cool.
Nice ball.
That was a lovely pass, wasn't there? Real pace on it.
Yeah.
Pierce did well to bring it under control, but couldn't. Or Duplessis, sorry, did well to bring it under control, but couldn't stop it dead.
Well played.
Lovely little touch, Asayu. There's going to be a card here. I think it's Pierce, is it? Number 18. Have a 2-minute sit down. Let's see, puts the ball in field to Lombard. Free hit. Deepless. The area ball never got hold of it. Here's a chance for Nagayuri.
Smart.
Give to Kobayakawa Shiho.
This is good. Get into the space again.
Oh, and I tell you what, they got Toriyama's free down that right-hand pocket. There are 3 Japanese players totally unmarked right across the top of the South African circle. 4 now. And not afraid to push players high. I mean, you're usually 1 or 2, but not 3.
No.
And there is the quarter-time hooter, and what a quarter for Japan. 2 goals in it. The first from Nagayuri, the skipper, the second from Toriyama Mai, and at half-time, quarter-time, sorry, it is Japan 2, South Africa 0. I think 2 minutes is going to be a very happy coach. I think your side have played well. I think he'll look to try and tighten up the back as well. Work he goes. Let's have a look at some of the highlights then of a first quarter that's been quite open, hasn't it?
It is, yeah, definitely. Well, and to be honest, I feel like what the coach of Japan just said, before the match, in the interview, he said we want to play some fast hockey. We try to look for like playing around it, not through the center. I think they're doing this. They scored 2 goals out of this over the right side. And let's see what South Africa can do back, right?
That was the second goal, really well taken by Toriyama.
Come down to this corner. Got it?
Come on, this one, come on.
Charles Bonnet wants his side to come back in this quarter. It's just about getting one back, or at least getting some sort of platform in the game.
Well, they're totally back into the match if they score a goal now.
Trying to close that space down with Shimada, who has won the free hit. And again, Japan happy to have, what, 5 players inside the South African 23 when at the turnover point. Douglas comes across, makes that stop, then gives possession back to Japan. There you go. Looking it out to Kozuka.
Great pass.
And then again around the back. Oh, just mishandled by Cannon. So here goes Patton. Patton on the reverse. Double team. Asai, who is going to get across. After pinning Japan in and then getting the sideline ball. The overbalance. No guy.
Nice pass.
Toriyama will come off. Cannon will come on. Another leaves it. Here's Mori. Johnson. South Africa at the moment just trying to miss out the midfield, aren't they?
Yeah. They cannot really connect with them, right? What I miss a bit in this match so far from South Africa, some more aggressiveness, some more eagerness. I feel like they can be more on top of it.
There's a good tackle, and Duval, no, stopped in her prime. Foul.
And we see this tackle.
Hand on
the back.
Again, the high press coming from Japan. They win possession back. Okay. Shimada. work from Shimada. Gets it into the circle. Play on. That's the call. And asking yet more questions of this South African defence. Penalty corner first of the evening, won by Mori.
So we see a pass into the circle, and then Mori is just stepping in front of her man, and it's the other side of the stick that touches the ball.
So. Asai, nearest castle. And Oikawa, the left-hand one.
One, pick one. Yeah. Just hold. Number 36.
So South Africa. Not in the goal in time. They lose a player. So they've got to defend this with a green card for Simons. It'll shift to the right-hand side, and it is going to be Asai. And South Africa get it clear. The ball still with Japan. Didn't really get hold of that. We see Simons on the bench.
And we see on the second castle a hit. She's not really getting the right touch. And then on the rebound, there's maybe a possibility, but there are not enough people of Japan.
Into the circle, there's the touch. Just past the upright. Another opportunity for Japan. Toriyama trying to get a second.
Nice pass.
Yeah, first time ball in now. What a really important tackle that was in defence. Pierce or Duplessis who got down, it was Pierce. Yeah, good running down that far side by Duval. Duval taking it into the 23. Duval eventually find the ball across. He can't.
So we see some great running over the back line. The ball is on the foot.
She keeps watching the left shoulder of the person opposite the ball.
Going for South Africa just yet as we approach the midpoint of this second quarter. Still Japan 2, South Africa 0.
Smartly taken the feed here. The ball is a bit too far away from her. She recovered it well. Well defended.
Moving the ball nicely on the back line. Toriyama gives away the free hit.
She wants to get a corner for sure.
Here comes the press. Toriyama's leading it. And good touch on the ball. South Africa struggling to get it out of the press. More defensive work for South Africa to do now. Nagawa drops it all the way back. And Lombard being encouraged to press up. She's doing it by herself, and a little bit late to the party was Costin, and as a result, well, Japan can play the ball through. They didn't play a good one. Carry from Bobs. Bobs trying to find a penalty corner.
Nice.
Well, Japan are asking. I don't think that hit the body. I think that came up off the step. I'm pretty sure about it. They are going upstairs.
Okay, no foot. Okay. Rishi?
Yes, Kara.
Japan is looking for no foot. They say Sahand.
So we're looking if there was a foot.
Yes, thank you.
Let's have a look. Look at that.
No.
From that angle at least.
No, it looks like she's jumping over it.
Kara, I have a decision for you. If you hit the hands, you can award a free hit out, and Japan keeps the refill.
Thank you so much. It was the hand.
Yep, good referral. And sometimes it's difficult for countries such as Japan, Korea, China, where there's that language barrier that certainly speaking to the head coach, there's sometimes that language barrier does prevent them asking the questions.
Because that's the thing, you have to ask the good question.
Yeah. But they had
And in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, well, they had the power of their convictions, didn't they? And they asked the question, although that ball might just sell them short. No.
Some great techniques. Nice pass.
And again here, this is the captain, Nagai, down to the baseline. Little point to the left-hand side by Kobayakawa.
Her stick.
Yeah, did well to get across, did Matsumoto. But that one all the way onto a stick, did Moliku. A chance for South Africa. Japan looking pretty solid at the back, and good work from Kuzuka. Round the corner, Moliku. That's not Moliku, is it? That's Massimon, a replacement for Wood. Tagawa Mahu, one of a number of Japanese players waiting to come on. In fact, that is the bench, isn't it? Apart from the reserve keeper. South Africa do win the penalty corner. A really good drive down that right-hand channel. And here is the chance.
Driving over the back line. And that's both green.
Patton. The run.
Three more minutes to play.
Japan have got 6 more seconds to get their defensive unit sorted. They have. Lombard on the right, Duplessis on the left. It goes to Duplessis, but the trap is not a good one. But there's a chance here now on the right-hand side. The wind-up, and that's into the back of Hoston, I think it was.
The ball goes to the first castle. It's not well trapped. So the injection is a bit too much to the left, I guess.
It was Lombard it hit, in fact. Pierce loses out. Mori. Bobs. Head of the circle, it's got through to the player in pink. Oh, it's too soft, too soft. Oh, he's given the penalty corner.
Wow.
It's been given by the off-on part for the push.
Yeah. The push in the back. She's there with the ball. She's getting a push.
That wasn't great defending, but gave her the chance to go down, didn't she?
Yeah.
She didn't need to put that pressure on her.
I already told you it's too late. Earlier I asked if you want, you didn't show it to me.
It's too late, Cookie.
Yeah, but I asked if you would you like a referral, you said no. And I did ask.
It is too late. It was shown on TV already.
Yeah.
Well done, Cookie.
And I also think that because it's an interpretation that it's always difficult to overturn.
This is a hard one. This is a hard one.
So same two at the top of the circle. Asai and Oikawa. Kawa with the orange shoes on the left-hand castle. Again it goes to the right, and they look for the slap and the deflection. And that was some superb defensive work on the post by Pierce. He did well to stay low because that could have easily hit the foot and ended up as a stroke. That is onto the foot of Toriyama.
And again, Japan.
Nice ball, they're in here. This is Mori. He goes down. They spent quite a bit of time on the ground in the Australia game as well, didn't they?
Yeah, they were a lot on the ground actually.
Arguably, that's more of a push than the first one.
Yeah.
Well, I think what goes around comes around. I'm not sure the first one was one, so
yeah,
some you lose some. Down the line, they really are keeping their width well here, Japan.
Wow.
Another great looking ball. Kobayakawa now comes back inside. Here's the free hit. Taken in the right spot. Bucci. So there we go now. This is where Japan want to be with 10 seconds remaining. Sabuchi. in the corner. They're going to run out of time. No need for them to rush. There is the half-time hooter. No addition to the scoreline. Japan in control of this Pool D game. A must-win contest for both teams, but it is the Asian side that are in front at the break. The goals coming in the first quarter. Half-time score: Japan 2, South Africa 0. Well, half the job done for Japan.
Definitely, but the game is never over, and we don't know what will change here for South Africa. I'm sure what they will say, their circle defense has to be like tighter on the man, because the people of Japan, they're just standing free there in the circle.
Okay, we're going to go for a break. Can Japan keep their margin in the second half? You have to join us after the break to find out. Japan 2, South Africa 0. Half-time score here in Thalassa. Let's have a look at some of the highlights from that first 30. And it was an edgy first quarter, wasn't it? But this was the first goal.
Well, there's someone on the post and someone on the stroke. You will definitely have the ball there.
There's picked up the green card. Well, South Africa, as I mentioned, have had their chances, but they've been a little bit few and far between. Two penalty corners, neither of which have been taken particularly well. Just a half-decent save from Mbande, which you'd expect to make that. South Africa's penalty corner came to nothing. Not quite coming off. Okay, let's see the coaches what they made of that as we see these stats. 6 shots to 1, 2 penalty corners to 1. South Africa. There's a little bit of work to do.
Half the job is done. How are you gonna ensure the result?
I wasn't too happy with the second quarter because I think we dropped off our pace. We started off well and we got those 2 goals, but I think we need to step it up. So 2 goals is nothing. We need to step up our performance in the next quarter.
Thank you very much. What changes are you gonna make in order to flip the result?
I think first our basic skills have to be better. I think that's the first thing. And our connections need to be better and our one-on-one defense. So I think we've got a lot of work to do on our own game before we start to look at what we can do to the opposition.
Thank you very much.
Pretty honest assessment from Charles Bonnet. We've been quite impressed with Japan where they play, but South Africa have allowed them to play.
For sure, they had a lot of space, right, to play this game they've been playing so far. I think they had a lot of space to find those give-and-go passes. Also some cross balls from like the defense line until like almost in the circle. They had so much space. So yeah, I'm sure South Africa will be sharper right now on their marks and trying to close the center a little bit more. They have to.
And Japan, can they find that extra gear?
Yeah.
That's the question. Well, South Africa have got 30 minutes in which to try and pull this one around. It's got to be all left out of the park this afternoon here in Thalassa. Otherwise, the chances are they're going to finish bottom of the pool with Australia their next opponents. The flip side of that, though, of course, Australia haven't played a great deal of international hockey, so that'll be the straw that they'll clutch at. Second half underway here in Terasa. Japan 2, South Africa 0. And once again, we see a start with the team just throwing the ball down the path. Maybe they're looking to try and put the pressure on and turn it over. As it is, that might well have worked because coming into the circle, there's the shot. It was a snapshot. It came through legs, and Duplessis got the shot on target, but Nakamura got the kicker to it to make the save. But there you go, what do we know? That worked, didn't it, throwing the ball forward? To be fair, it's about the first time it has worked over the course of the first 4 days. And I'm not talking just about South Africa here, I'm talking about other teams who employed that career especially.
Well, as we're seeing this, I think South Africa is going to put more pressure on. That was their initial idea, I guess.
Around the outside. Back inside. Nicely done. Excellent start.
This is what they wanted.
Now the topping will be a goal here.
She's with the ball. She's already having the stick so close, but finding this feet in the circle. Well played by Box.
So Lowe, who scored their goal against Belgium, is not on. So it's Duplessis and Pearce, almost in tandem, walking back from the top. Duplessis 19, so she is on the far side with the black shoes. Pearce with the white shoes on the near side. Goes to Duplessis, that's better. Good save, really good save, but that was a much, much better routine. The pace of the injection was quick, the stop was spot on, and the shot was on target.
Well injected, well trapped, and the direct flick was good.
And a good save from Tanaka, who's just come into the game.
A good injection.
Comfortable height for Tanaka.
No.
So foundations, the first layer of those foundations of the second half laid by South Africa, and the first touch is too heavy and they could be in trouble, but the pass didn't quite just have enough on it. If Tanaka could have found more pace on that pass, then Nagai would have been in.
What's he taken there?
Really taken. I always think that's a little harsh. I always think if the team think it's theirs and go, then they should be allowed to get back. Although I guess teams could therefore always take defensive whistles in the 23 and just pretend. But I think sometimes also, as a viewer, you can see if there is misunderstanding or potential ambiguity in which way that could go.
Definitely.
Circle. That's for defending.
Corner.
And it's been given away by Dietlefs. South Africa having lost in the first half, won't want to lose another player.
Well, she has the ball with her backhand, and it's on the foot immediately.
So it's Oikawa and Nagai Hazuki, who is on the right-hand castle. He goes to left, they're looking for the deflection, good save, follow-up is in! And it is the third goal for Japan, and South Africa had their chance. They didn't take it down the other end. The cherry blossoms have taken full advantage, and they get that third, and it's scored by Nishikori.
So the injector is running there, getting the ball back. And not on the first shot, but on the rebound she's scoring it. This is a great variation.
Oh, the keeper's unlucky because she's made the save. It's just gone straight back to Nishikori. She's done well. That's a good finish, that, because she's playing it off her left foot.
Yeah. This was quite a hard one to get into the goal.
Oh, can you believe it? South Africa starting the brightest, get a penalty corner, got the shot on target. And everything was right. And they go down the other end, and Japan get the third, and now it's a very long way back for South Africa. Never say never. Nearly goal in the first half, nearly goal in the second half. Now Zulu, can she make something happen? She has Deval up in front of her. Lovely cutback from Zulu. Now can she find the pass? Lovely ball from Zulu. She did everything right, but just couldn't find the connection. Deval was running up the left-hand side, and it was costing down the right.
Playing the ball from her right foot. Well, she's
really well there, Zulu, to create her own space.
Yeah, it was a nice rush.
Cross comes Moriku.
So actions like this from, for example, Zulu, we want to see more during this match. Because I think those actions can break it open for South Africa. Well intercepted.
Simon. Simon's ball to Zulu. Zulu in round the back. Zulu, can she find the ball back? She can. She's absolutely rifled that across. Possibly needed to come a little earlier, but not quite as much pace.
Yeah.
Easy to save from up here.
Yeah, true.
It was a lovely bit of skill. So that's twice now Zulu in the last couple of minutes has tried to ignite her side.
Yeah. And this is what I meant, right? A bit of this fire, a bit of this, a bit more aggressive, a bit more on top of the ball. Because maybe this attack can be also like a bit of their defense, right? Yeah. They can play more on the other side of the field.
Montatile Zulu really has played well, and they're trying to play around the back here, South Africa. And Moriku has to be smart, and Japan win it because of the high press. Just kept that in the second bite. To the circle come Japan. Oh, she's missed the ball back. Oh, can you believe it? She's gone for the pullback, she's missed it, and it's then landed on the foot.
Wow.
Oh, was it Dietliff's?
I think it was again Dietliff's. Some nice lifting. She misses it.
Oh, it's been put out on purpose.
On
by
purpose,
Dietliff.
over the back line. So on the start of this tournament, we had it twice. That it was a bit of a discussion, right? Was it on purpose or not? But I feel like this ball over the back line, it was on purpose, and she had nowhere else to go.
Fourth penalty corner, so they've got one from their first three. That's the rate you want to go at. They've swapped castles now, and it is Asai wide.
Quickly taken there. Going for the counter. So it's on the second castle. They're switching and they're going for a hit. Not too bad.
That's a miss by Max to the sideboard on the outside. In terms of world ranking, I'll put a bit of context. Japan are ranked 10th in the world, South Africa 16th. we've already had one upset of the world rankings earlier today. And Chile beat Ireland. Goal to nil. What a historic moment that is, and what a lift for Chilean hockey.
For sure.
Now a chance from the ball forward. Here we go, the ball across. Good save, pass, follow up is in. South Africa. Oh, on the scoreboard through Kristen Patton. Really good work down the right-hand side. They have been threatening, and they finally get some reward. Patton.
So here, off the back line, and then Patton standing there with a one-touch slap shot, hitting it in the goal.
Tell you what, that is super reaction. She is standing, what, a metre and a half?
Close. And there is a spin on the ball, right? You see it, that it's...
Well, from a neutral perspective, perfect. So Japan 3, South Africa 1. And here they go again with Ramasimong. Loses possession. Matsumoto out to the right-hand side.
This is a great idea.
Yeah, well stopped by Suzuki Miyu. Mori on the deck again. Had a man-to-man as Lowe takes it up that left-hand line.
Again.
Again, Lombard trying to make something happen. And South Africa just playing with a little bit more belief now.
They gained some confidence with this goal, for sure.
Oh, that's a reverse pass, and it could be there. Shot comes in, good save. I'm not sure they'll go upstairs now, they've had the shot. But another opportunity for South Africa. And it was Lombard with that snapshot.
So we see a great turn. Great shot on the goal.
Up and over the top from Oikawa. Too much for Oikawa to deal with. Well, Japan want to try and get to three-quarter time with this scoreline if they can't add to it. They certainly won't want to concede another.
But South Africa is gaining some momentum back, right, in this match.
Now this is where the quarters don't work for you, because you build some momentum, you're building some pressure.
You're right.
And then three-quarter time comes or quarter time comes, and then you've got to start all over again. Nice bit of skill.
Yeah, this is great. Taken.
Kazuka Pressed by Zulu, who's after this one. She wants it.
Zulu is on it.
She is. She's having a good second half here.
Definitely.
Zuka not given the time perhaps she would have had in the first half. Mori. I can't pick it up on the reverse stick. Here is Johnson. Johnson looking for the cross-field ball. That's had a little bit too much work to do that pass. So Japan, well, there was a chance down the middle.
Over the side with Zulu, over the right side.
Zulu with Deval in front of her, but Zulu will try and perhaps go round, up off the defender's stick. Suka. This needs to go 5. Getting in each other's way, but Deval wins it back. Good work from Deval. Deval into the circle. Now can she find the measure ball? Well, it's half a chance. Snapshot coming in. But again, Joy down the right-hand side.
So over the back line.
Austin penalised.
She just missed it.
Low. Toy, sorry.
She
left it up by Low. Just kept in by Sabuchi. Down the line they go. Mori. Mori looking for the support. Nice skill from Mori.
Some nice skills there. Some lifting.
Uchi, ball into the circle. Not 5.
Not 5, no.
Yeah, didn't think so.
No.
So the ball has to move 5 on the end of the stick. So for example, you can't stand 5 metres out and knock it in. It has to be moved 5 metres before it then gets hit into the circle.
So either it can be a pass or it can be someone dribbling with the ball, but it should be 5. It should move 5 metres.
And you can go 2.5 one way and 2.5 back.
Exactly. And this is sometimes difficult to see, but here it was quite clear.
And there is the 3-quarter time hooter and 2 goals in the 3rd quarter. South Africa with 1 reply after Nishikori made it 3-0 with 50 to go. South Africa with all to do. Japan 3, South Africa 1, the 3-quarter time score. So, Jimenez, this is where he's going to earn his corner. He's got to keep his players calm.
And sharp.
They can't drop their intensity, can they? Otherwise, that's what's going to...
They will lose
their
momentum, their control of the game.
South Africa, much better in that 3rd quarter.
Definitely. I feel like there's a lot of power and strength coming from, for example, Zulu. And then this goal, it was very well, it was needed.
That made it 3-0. That was a really good finish. Beating Tanaka Akio.
Great connection, please. Let's go.
feeling Charles Bonnet senses there could be a comeback here. He's invested in this. As you would imagine, being the head coach. I just feel he thinks his team have got the upper hand.
I feel like he's hyping it up a little bit. Don't stop believing. We can do this. 1 quarter is enough to score 2 goals, definitely. But they have to be on top of it.
So do they throw it long? Or do they keep possession and build? Keep possession. Oh, not very long.
Well, they get it again. And they're in a rush.
So, South Africa on the front foot. This is Patton, the goal scorer. One corner. Oh, 16 has been given. Bartan, in the touch. We haven't seen a replay.
No.
And that guy's played that ball around the corner. She stayed down. That's a disappointment. Well, she's up now and has to run. And there's a chance now. Patton into the circle. Needs to get it out in front of her if she can. Patton looking for the shot. Gets it across. What a save! That is with the left glove by the keeper from Duval.
So it's a nice turn. A great shot, because it's hard to take the shot because there's no space, and then Duval is diving for it. And Duval just played the under-21 tournament and moved into his team.
Yeah, that is
great chance.
That's Nagai Mizuki. I know she's wearing number 28, but hers is the bag that hasn't arrived, so she's wearing a teammate's kit.
Take the right off out. I want her to get the ball.
This is too bad. Some of the quite easy techniques, right? Not stopping it. I feel like maybe the girls, they're getting too eager to score the goal and already thinking of the next action instead of first stopping the ball and then moving on.
Now down the other end, here's Nagayuri into the head of the circle, trying to pick out her teammate Kobayakawa. She's in a bit of pain here. Is Nagai Hazuki her back? She's looking very gingerly, isn't she? Nice skills from Bobs. Benita Bobs into the circle, shoots. Wide of the goal. Come off another stick, or was that just wide from the offset?
Like a stick.
The ball on that right-hand side. Charles Bonnet saying that he didn't want that right half to get the ball at all. Oyama. Mori takes it 5. Play on. Still there. Shot comes goal bound. So have to get the free out.
Duval is with the ball, looking for a cross on the top of the D.
Yeah, finds it, and in comes Costin. Can't find the shot. Bobs into the circle. Cleared by Kawa.
So Japan is under some more pressure now. Again,
Costin across the face, a goal.
And there was someone on the second post, or it was in the middle of the goal, but there was someone.
Duplessis. Kawa.
Quickly taken there. Oh.
Third party obstruction. Call from umpire Montesino. Koriyama to the right hand side. And deflected round the corner.
Just
Bob's coming off. Simons. Still very open this game, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's 3-1 now. But it feels like everything can happen. The cards are still on the table.
I agree. Definitely feel either side is capable of scoring. Mori just about to unleash the upright reverse stick cross, which would have been interesting to watch. Well cut out the first line of defence. Deval.
There was a foot involved.
So they just deflected in a different angle on the ball. Didn't keep that on the ground. Just over remaining on the clock.
Japan playing some high pressure here, closing it off to keep them on one side.
Yeah, it's good to see. I think if they sit back, they just invite the pressure onto them. Fierce. The line to Patton. He's a free hit. Patton takes it quickly. Still going Patton. Has support to the right-hand side if she wants it. Here is Anasimon into the circle. And a penalty corner. Well, that's consistency. Suzuki might not like it, but the umpires have been consistent. South Africa have a chance from a penalty corner.
So Ramasar with the ball, pushing it in. And there it's on purpose again over the back line. Some good pressure from the wall there.
I think she felt because she was facing her stick towards the sideline more, she might get away with it, but she hasn't now. Dutoy is on the left, Castle, and we know how she can hit them. Here she is, Dutoy! And they were looking for the deflection at the far post, but Costin couldn't get on there. Real power from Dutoy.
So we see this injection is really fast, right? You see it? And then the deflection.
So Nagai's come back on. You saw her going off as she
her
seemed
back.
stiff, but she's back on in the middle of the park. Just saw her going off the left of screen. There she is.
Yeah.
Change of direction, so good to see her back on. Toy showing her strength here.
Going really high, this ball.
She's got away with that one.
And then there are two people free standing in the circle of Japan.
Well, South Africa have got to push now. So Japan will have their chances on the counter, but if they're going to lose South Africa, you may as well lose 5-1. They've got to go for it.
True, but I mean, if there are three people standing in the circle, there are always three defenders and you have to mark your man. You have to be tight on them.
At what stage, if you're Charles Bonnet, do you pull the keeper? They perceived thought is it's it's a long time, 6-7 minutes ago, it might even be longer. So
Yeah, but I mean, it's a bit of all of nothing, right? To try to score 2 goals.
Yeah, it's something you've got to practice. You can't just suddenly come into a World Cup and go, oh, okay,
and
let's
this is what we've been discussing this before, that sometimes they don't make great use of this extra player.
Yeah.
Because this is not something that we always train in test matches, which is, I think, in my opinion, essential to train, because it's a different match when you play with an extra person.
Yeah.
You have to put someone almost like in the goal of the opponent, and totally stretch the field. But it takes some confidence to do that in the right way.
Moliku to Zulu. Zulu, yeah, lovely play from Zulu. Now can she find the ball across? She's got the penalty corner. She's at it again. Is Ontatile Zulu.
So Zulu's there on the back line, strongly running with a lot of power, trying to push the ball to the player that's there on the post. I think it was number 23.
No, it's number 5. It's Asai. So Dutoy is on the castle. Only one castle for South Africa. 5:50 remaining. Dutoy goes for goal and scores! Jolie Dutoy gives South Africa hope, and it's game on with 5:45 remaining. Can South Africa complete the Houdini comeback?
So we see the ball, there's one castle, and it's well played with a deflection,
Deflection
this is
from
well
Lombard.
executed. And totally in between of the two defenders of Japan. Very well.
Karen Lombard.
Number 29. Well, Charlie, what now? Will they put in another extra player to go for this?
But then again, would you? Because you're playing so well anyway. Why disrupt it? Oh, just be careful here. Hobbs reaching round. Well, you have to credit South Africa with the way they played in the second half.
Come back in.
But it hasn't been frantic, has it? It's been built on solid foundations. And if they don't get this third goal, they might just think, why didn't we start like this?
Exactly.
But it's ifs and buts.
Because it was there, like they will for sure think of this. Why didn't we start a little bit earlier? But they have 5 more minutes to play.
The flip side to that, though, is they managed to turn it round. Okay, they weren't great in the first half, but they've been excellent in the second half.
And that's a strength. That's really strength. Because in the first quarter, they got 2 goals against. That's quite a pillow to swallow.
Heedless. Can't find Johnson. Now, all the onus is on Japan. Do they have the answers? Do they have the mental strength to deal with this South Africa comeback? To the leg player. So, retreating. Shikori. Well, that was going to make it all the way through. Duval gets there in front of the defender, who is Oikawa. Here goes Duval. And well, what an important tackle that was from Asai.
Here, calm down. Okay, over here. Just for my research, ladies. Five, everyone. Just five.
I'm not sure she's 5, is she? Not the ball, the Japanese defender, who is Sabushi.
Now she is.
Now she is, because Bobs has brought the ball back. on the reverse, good save. It was Patton with the reverse stick shot. And Tanaka, the second goalkeeper, came on at half-time. As you say, Bobs. No way forward through that packed Japan defence. Toy. There goes Zulu. Yeah, just a little bit too physical on that occasion. Yeah. Oh, that's loose from Japan. And South Africa now pull the keeper with 2:30 remaining.
There she goes already.
But you can see the question to Choi. They're all looking at each other on that back line, like who's going to push up, who's going to take it.
Thank you.
And now they've gone. Let's see as it is. Christie, who's having the Roy with the toy, but I mean, South Africa might have the extra player, but they've got four players in the back line.
Yeah. So this is what we said, right? Like, this should be very clear. Who will be where if the goalie gets out and you get an extra player.
They needed someone out on the left-hand side here. All in to the side of the goal. Sometimes let's have a look at this.
So here's Zulu is almost touching it there.
Long corner, isn't it? Should be a long corner.
Yeah.
Was that off the arm or hand? I didn't see where. Took a deflection. I didn't see where on the body it hit. The only thing going in South Africa's favour is Japan seeded doubt in their mind that there is an extra player, and then they might not know how to defend it. Here is Zulu, who's in round the back. Zulu, can she find the ball this time? Wins the penalty corner, and Dutoy is still on the park. Zulu has taken this game by the scruff of the neck in the second half down this right-hand side. And
strongly played by Zulu. She gets the ball and she just goes for it. And again, over the back line.
Let's go. Oh, and if this goes in, you wouldn't bet against South Africa getting a fourth. This time Duval takes up position on the right-hand castle. Again, though, they go to Detroit. Rhea Ward.
I thought it went off like.
So there it goes to the first castle. And again, they want to play the corner, the variation, how they score the goal, I think, with the deflection.
Yeah, Japan have gone three to the keeper's left now, and they're staggering it. Detroit. Bold number one defender. The deflection has gone in! South Africa are back in level terms! Oh, there's a stick in the face for Travels, but unbelievable! Japan have to go upstairs.
So the goalie is back in from South Africa.
Is it Lombard again who's got the goal? I think it is. Taryn Lombard has levelled things up. The keeper's back on for South Africa. Or will be if the goal's gone in. So. So, I didn't hear what the question was, but Michelle Meister.
Cookie? Yeah. There's no clear reason to change your decision. The goal stands.
Thank you.
Well, Charles Bonnet Well, we said he felt it was coming. It's been brilliant.
Let's see how it went, how it happened. So it's first. So it's number 29, Lombard.
The 2 goals for Taran Lombard in the space of, what, 3 minutes?
So the goalie is back in for South Africa. Protect their goal again.
Well, having got here, oh dearie me, Japan have let a 3-goal lead slip here. And we are inside the final 60 seconds. Can South Africa fashion another chance? Oh, that's going to fall. And here is Duval. It's 2-on-1 with the keeper. Duval to the far post. It's behind Costin. That was the chance.
What
and
a
Duval
chance.
couldn't quite pick out her skipper.
So look at the bar, looking for the left. Oh, the pass. Oh.
Japan are at 6s and 7s. And I think it's just as well from this won't go to a shootout if it ends as a draw, because I think mentally they've gone here. Jimenez aside, had it within their grasp. South Africa, what a game they have played. There is the final hooter. What a match we have witnessed here in Thalassa. South Africa look dead and buried at 3-0 down, but look at that finish. 2 goals in the final 5 minutes means it ends all square, and their World Cup is still very much alive, as is Japan, and it will come down to the last group games to decide who will finish 3rd and who will finish 4th. It is finished here in Thalassa. Japan 3, South Africa 3. Oh, what a game!
What a match!
What a game!
Wow.
And what a performance by South Africa in that second half. They showed real heart.
They showed some strength. Their comeback was impressive. And I feel like if they had been playing like 5 more minutes, I think maybe they scored another goal. Yeah, really good, really well played. And I'm sure this feels a bit like losing a match for Japan, because giving away 3-0 score.
Well, so it all comes down to tomorrow now. We've got to work out who they play. So Japan play Belgium and Australia play South Africa.
Yeah.
So none of those easy matches. So it's really going to come down to goal difference.
Yeah, super exciting.
And remember, Japan started this game in front by 1. Okay, let's get down and get some post-match reaction. Yeah, they started in front by 1. So they're going to have to make sure they better. Let's hear now
the award is given by Oscar Gallego, Executive Director of the World Cup here in Thalassa. We have with us Ontatile Zulu from South Africa, Player of the Match by Iberdrola. Congratulations. What are the feelings after this game that you were losing? You almost flipped the result at the end of the game.
Yeah, no, it was a really tough game. You know, we started 2-0 down, and we knew that we had 1 goal, and that was either coming with a draw or win out of this game. And I'm just really proud of the girls for coming out with a draw, because we really fought to get this result.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, she was brilliant in that second half. Really, really good.
Tomorrow's the most important game now. Okay? We need to make sure we do all our right processes, get to the ice pods, do all those things, stretch well, recover well, and we'll have a chat about it later. Okay?
So let's hear now from the Japan captain. Menezes just tells his team to focus on the next game and warm down, stretch off.
You were winning almost during all the match. How are you feeling now?
すごくハードな試合になって、自分たちが先制している中で、引き分けに持ってかれたのはすごく悔しいんですけど、しっかり一生懸命戦ってくれたチームメイトに本当に感謝したいです。
Yep. So it was hard match, but she appreciate the teammate and work hard. But we reflect this our play to the next match, and then we'll get better for the next match.
Thank you.
Disappointment for Nagai Yuri. That is a brilliant huddle. They were absolutely brilliant in that second half, and look what it means to them. They've got out of jail, haven't they?
They have, definitely. But I mean, seeing this,
deservedly so, because
sure.
they were brilliant.
Well, what Zulu said, they did fight for it. They worked really hard, and they gave everything.
Well, they ramped up the pressure on the Japan goal. That's right at the start of the third quarter, and South Africa could easily have dropped their heads, couldn't they?
They could have thought, okay, this match is lost. Let's give up here, but they started fighting. They really became a fighting machine, and what a comeback.
That was a really well taken goal by Patton.
And they started believing with this goal, right?
Yeah, well then, goal difference -2 Japan, South Africa -3, so South Africa have got to turn that over somehow when they play Australia. So they've got to better Japan's result. Well, if it's the same result, they've got to better it by 2.
Yeah.
So they need to... Still a big ask, but at least they've got something to play for in that last game. That was a well-taken penalty corner. And the drama was complete with just over a minute remaining.
What an important goal for what's her name, Van Waal, standing there touching it.
So 10 shots, 17 in the end for South Africa. Shows you how they turned that around in the second half. 5 penalty corners to 4. Their discipline was much better as well in that second half, because all those 3 green cards came in the first. In terms of the group detail, Japan still in front, as I say, on goal difference, but South Africa still in this World Cup. And that is really important for them. Remember, they play Australia tomorrow night, Japan take Belgium, same time tomorrow, 6 o'clock here in Terrassa. In terms of matches for today, well, here in Terrassa, we still have Belgium up against Australia. For the time being, we'll leave you some highlights of an epic game in Group D as Japan and South Africa draw 3-3.
lliure de violències sexuals. Esport segur. Ja.